Picture, if you will, a dimly lit room where the air hangs thick with cigarette smoke and the relentless clatter of typewriters. Outside, the world tears itself apart in the trenches of Europe. But here, in wooden huts scattered across the English countryside, a different kind of battle rages. This is Bletchley Park, where thousands of minds work in absolute silence, bound by secrets they'll carry to their graves. Among them are seamstresses, librarians and mathematicians, ordinary people doing extraordinary work that will shorten the war by years and save millions of lives. Yet their names will remain hidden for decades, their stories buried beneath layers of official secrecy. Today, we're pulling back that veil to reveal the forgotten codebreakers whose quiet brilliance changed the course of history. Before Bletchley Park became synonymous with Allied codebreaking, 3 Polish mathematicians were already waging war against the seemingly unbreakable Enigma machine. In the cold winter of 1932, Marian Rajewski sat in a sparse office in Warsaw, armed with nothing but intercepted messages, pure mathematical intuition, and relentless determination. Without ever seeing the actual machine, he deduced the internal wiring of Enigma's rotors, a feat that should have been impossible. Alongside him, Jerzy Różycki developed the ingenious clock method, visualizing cipher patterns as positions on a clock face, while Henryk Zygalski created perforated sheets that, when stacked, revealed the machine's daily settings like constellations emerging through cloud cover. These men built the first bomber machines, mechanical predecessors to the British bomb, massive contraptions that clicked and whirred through thousands of possible combinations. In July 1939, with German tanks poised at Poland's borders, they made a choice that would echo through history. They shared everything with their British and French allies, handing over their methods, their machines, and their hope. Walk through the grounds of Bletchley Park in 1943, and you'd encounter a landscape transformed by urgency. Wooden huts sprawl across the estate, each one humming with focused activity. Inside Hut 8, Joan Clark bends over sheets covered in letter groups, her mind performing calculations that would exhaust most trained mathematicians. She's mastering Banbarismus, a statistical technique so complex that only a handful of people can execute it properly. Yet she's officially classified as a linguist because no category exists for female cryptanalysts, regardless of their brilliance. Down the hall, Mavis Beatty has just noticed something extraordinary, a pattern in Italian naval messages that betrays operator laziness. In March 1941, her observation cracks the Italian Enigma variant, providing intelligence that leads directly to the Battle of Cape Matapan, where the Royal Navy delivers a crushing blow to Mussolini's fleet. These women work 12-hour shifts, their fingers stained with ink, their minds processing endless streams of encrypted gibberish until patterns emerge like faces in fog. The mental fieldcraft required at Bletchley demanded a different kind of resilience than trench warfare, but, well, it was no less taxing. Imagine, if you will, spending your days staring at 5-letter groups, QWERT, YIOP, ASDFG, searching for the invisible thread that connects them. The work induces migraines and, honestly, nervous exhaustion. Many codebreakers develop their own survival techniques, taking walks through the grounds between shifts, playing chess to reset their minds, or gathering in small groups for tea that, frankly, tastes like dishwater, but provides precious moments of connection. They cannot discuss their work with anyone, not even colleagues in different sections. A woman breaking naval codes cannot mention her breakthrough to her friend decrypting Luftwaffe messages. They carry the weight of knowledge that their success or failure directly impacts men dying in the Atlantic or North Africa, yet they must maintain absolute silence. This psychological burden becomes its own form of warfare. At Arlington Hall Station in Virginia, thousands of American women wage their own cryptographic campaign. The facility operates around the clock, processing mountains of intercepted Japanese and German communications. Among them works a tradition established by Elizabeth Smith Friedman, America's pioneering female cryptanalyst, who cut her teeth-breaking rum-runner codes during Prohibition before turning her skills against Nazi spy rings operating in South America. These women face the same challenges as their British counterparts: the exhaustion, the secrecy, the knowledge that their work supports every major operation from D-Day to the island-hopping campaigns in the Pacific. They develop their own techniques for managing the mental strain, creating informal support networks within the bounds of secrecy regulations. When victory finally arrives in 1945, the code breakers face an unexpected challenge: returning to ordinary life while carrying extraordinary secrets. They sign the Official Secrets Act, understanding that their work must remain buried. Joan Clark returns to her family unable to explain what she did during the war. Mavis Beatty raises children who have no idea their mother helped sink Italian warships. Henryk Zygalski lives in exile in Britain, teaching mathematics to students who never learn that their professor helped change world history. For 30 years, these individuals carry their silence like stones. At reunions and remembrance ceremonies, they watch as generals and admirals receive recognition while their own contributions remain invisible. Only in the 1970s, when the British government begins declassifying wartime intelligence operations, do their stories start emerging. By then, many have already passed away, their brilliance never publicly acknowledged. As we close this chapter on the forgotten codebreakers, consider what their story means for your own journey in preparedness and historical understanding. These ordinary people, mathematicians, linguists, crossword enthusiasts, possessed no special advantages beyond their willingness to apply their minds completely to the problem before them. They survived years of mental warfare through discipline, mutual support, and unwavering commitment to their mission. Their fieldcraft was intellectual rather than physical, but no less vital for survival. Subscribe to Fieldcraft Chronicles to continue exploring these hidden histories where human ingenuity meets the crucible of necessity. Share this documentary with fellow history enthusiasts and survivalists who understand that the greatest lessons often come from the most unexpected places. The forgotten deserve to be remembered, and their quiet competence deserves to inspire each of us as we build our own skills for whatever challenges lie ahead.